Welcome back, everybody! I just realized that there was actually a few more talking points that we kind of missed out on last episode. Well, I mean, not really, because, I only had the 2 originally, then of course I presented stuff, and then the more popped up later. I didn't really know that was going to happen, but of course, if I had checked before ending the episode, I would have seen it, and then I could have done that before ending the episode. But anyway, it's not important, though, because now we can do it! Are you ready to talk about Bruce Goodman, everyone? So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. That is true after all. Rumors at law. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Oh, Edgeworth? Are we talking about Edgeworth right about now? Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney, Hammond. But Edgeworth was found innocent! Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, the latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. ... And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you! Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... what was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe added to the court record. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal. I guess that is true anyway. Yeah, totally. West LA, I believe you. No, I don't. I don't really believe you. Because you're actually from Japan, but no one needs to know that, or do we? Receipt from Detective Gumshoe allows bearer to investigate the crime scene. Alright. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Oh, let's look at that first of all. Hey! Look there! It looks like something's been erased! Maybe it was a letter, or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see! Annual bonus, $20! I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Well, I mean, if you end up being as bad as Gumshoe, yeah, you probably should actually, but... Nah, don't worry about it. Okay, what do we got here? Nothing on the other side, I assume? Doesn't look like it. So what about, what's this? Nothing? Got nothing over here? No, so I actually can't examine it. At least the hitboxes are generous, though, so even if it's at a bad angle like this, I can still examine it. Well, barely. I have to get it kind of precise in that angle, but still. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really got to do here, because that's not something I can examine, so heck with it! I say, let's get going then, shall we? Well, let's go to Wright & Co. offices first. Why not? I don't know. Maybe that's a good reason to do it, maybe it's not a good reason to do it. Detention center. Nope. Anyway, we already knew it was a parking lot, but you know, I just figured I'd check these other locations first, just to be sure there's nothing over there too. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit until the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Okay. Oh, it's her. I knew it! Oh, still here? Hello! Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Yeah, possibly so anyway, the victim. Let's have a talk, good sir. There's something I wanted to ask you! Seen the crime, a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me? I'll watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment! ... He's asleep! Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? Marshall. There's something I wanted to ask you! Seen the crime, a cold grave for men... What? Okay. I see, so we have to actually show him the whatchamacallit first. Okay, whatever. Well, can I show you this stuff first, too? Officer Marshall, could you take a look at this? Whoa, partner. If you're fixing to draw on me, you best be ready for a shootout. You ready to become food for vultures, compadre? Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Somehow I don't think he's going to help us. You never know, maybe he will decide to help us for absolutely no reason there. Yeah, I know he's not. Okay, whatever, I'm just gonna show him this. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog. He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think you just miswrote it. Great. Detective Gumshoe, I owe you one. No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in, then. Thank you, Officer Marshall! Officer Marshall isn't a detective, he's a patrolman. That reminds me of something. That is odd! Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction crumpled and discarded. Well, you never know. That could have just been evidence for no reason at all. I see your badge. Looks pretty. Round. Our badge is a star, a lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. Beam of light, illuminating evildoers who come in the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. Yeah, it is. How'd you know that, Phoenix? Goodman's ID. What's that, some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance. In this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. Yes, because L.A. is or Japanifornia, as some people call it. it's totally a small town either way. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self: if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Prosecutor trophy. Ah, toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knife, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self: the prosecutor's office in criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper in with every passing year, I tell you. Actually, I come to think of it, I never even bothered checking this. I mean, I did check it, but I never actually went into detail. Like, I never zoomed in on this. And can we actually see the details of this? No, we can't. This is actually very pixelated. Okay. Well, I thought I'd try anyway. You never know. Maybe there could have been some details on that. Alright, Edgeworth's knife. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw the evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. Yeah, totally. 5:12 p.m. Prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot, real slow like. Hey, trot! My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later, so it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe, waiting for her prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along! Probably, anyway. Blue Badger panel. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that? Oh yeah, okay, right. Never mind. Whoopsie. My bad, everyone. I already presented that once. Actually, before I get on with that, let me continue investigating this, huh? Because I didn't actually finish doing that before. So let's see, there's an A right there. A block! This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. Oh wait, so you do use the same building? And heck, B block is just to the right, actually. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to the B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Anyway, sure. B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the lunch lane car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy-looking steak. ... Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Yeah, I suppose so anyway. That button's on the thing apparently. Wait, what is this? Is this just the oil barrels? Yeah, it is! Ah, freaking oil barrels. Why you gotta be oil barrels? I didn't ask for this. Nothing down there. Is that something? Nope, that is nothing, in fact. Oh no, I can't believe it. Alright, car. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock in the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car! It just screams, I have money to burn! Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. And we do remember that this is Edgeworth's car, right? I'm just making sure here. What is this? Nope. Okay, I was just a little bit curious. Like, that was just white tape right there randomly. Like, maybe that could have been something. Could have been something important. Like this wallet here. And I wanted to get that earlier, but they wouldn't let me! This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah, of course. Why not? Right, let's check it out. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm not even doing this. I am doing this, though, apparently. Okay, so there's a strap there. Man, what a boring strap! What's wrong with it? Everyone has different taste, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see. It's as popular as ever with the kids. Anyway. I guess let's flip over the phone, because it doesn't look like there's anything in the front worth checking out. Or is there? Maybe there is. Nope, nothing on the speaker, nothing on the... Nothing. Okay. Oh, what's this? Could that be something important? No? Yes? Oh. The display is still on the redial button. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to dial the last number you've called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. My phone doesn't have a redial button, and it sure isn't blue, for that matter. Anyway, sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Of course, we do have fast calling. Like, if you press, like, 1, you can call, like, certain speed... not fast calling, a speed dial or whatever, you know? I'm sorry. It's just, you never know what with people from your generation. Phoenix isn't that much older than you now. Jeez, whatever. Let's check this phone out. He's not even 10 years older than you, for Pete's sake. Anyway, I'm just saying. You can't really... I honestly say you can't really complain about that until they're at least 10 years older than you. That's just what I think, anyway. So, anyway, let's see. What can I do with this? What can I do with this? Is this... Oh. I didn't actually know that was the blue button right there. Like, what? I thought it was just the thing on the side again. Now, I wonder who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self. A defense attorney doesn't think first. He just pushes the button. Beep. ... Hey, that song, I know that. Yeah, so do I. Hey, what's going on over there? Beep. Ah, oh, sorry. I see, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Oh, well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belonged to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's! She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone, except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who'd she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. ... I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. No, they don't. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone added to the court record. I'm actually kind of curious, though. That sheriff guy, what? Is he from America in the Japanese release or something? Or is he just some goofy Japanese cowboy or something? Because, I mean, that's the thing, though. The localizations always do some weird things in the series. Like Manfred von Karma, he's German, right? Well, in the Japanese release, for those of you who don't know, some of you already know this, but I know some of you already know this, I should say. But for those of you who don't know, he's actually American in the Japanese release, which is kind of weird. So, you know, it's one of those things, really. So what does that make the cowboy, then? Is he also American in the Japanese release, or did they just make him a Japanese cowboy? Who knows? Who am I talking to? Oh. I forgot he was over there still. Well, then, I guess there's nothing left to examine, I suppose. So, let's see, then. Cell phone! My sister's cell phone! Last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. ... Why did Lana make that call? I don't know. Maybe to turn herself in, perhaps. That's a possibility, anyway. So I guess let's... Well, I mean, I can't really try the redial button again, can I? I suppose not with him in the area. But give it a shot, you never know. Aw, man, I have to twist the phone around again? Jeez. They're making me work for this. Why you gotta make me work for this? I didn't ask for this. There's no need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Well, I suppose I can always try it again afterwards anyway. I don't know, who knows? Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Anyway, let's have a talk, Mr. Marshall, the victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? ... Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman! He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Autopsy report added to the court's record. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot? So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. Yeah, I suppose so anyway. Let's see, the autopsy report. Death due to loss of blood. I didn't even check this one, did I? Property of Atlantis Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. I think I did actually check that. I just didn't read it anyway. I didn't read it out loud. I just kind of read it in my mind while I was blatting. Anyway, death due to loss of blood. 1 knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. An hour and a half? Huh? Yeah, now I'm a little bit confused about that one. Well, anyway, Bruce Goodman, 36, male. Date and time. This is actually the most detailed autopsy report I've seen yet. Date and time of death, February 21st, between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment wound was caused by a 12-centimeter knife. A single stab wound was found. Anyway, though, I mean, it can't be between 4 and 5:30 p.m. It was already specific, was it not? I thought it was. So anyway, I can't actually look at it. It's just, I mean, I can check it, the details. I just can't look at it like I can the other evidence. Well, I can't look at that other piece of evidence either, because it's just there for no reason. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Oh my gosh. I was one of them fancy shooting detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambita? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. And it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog been kicked out by this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, you don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe? Kicked out of the investigation? Why, though? I wonder. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. ... And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambita. Many condolences. Officer Marshall! Yeah, Bambita? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? ... I apologize, Bambita. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will? Someone's up to something here, but who? Office atmosphere. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence. Arranging testimonies. You name it. He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person. Who? Bambina, it's your sister. Chief Prospector Atlantis Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What you're saying... What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? They target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? I don't know. It's a possibility, I suppose, anyway. So yeah, that music it got kind of serious all of a sudden. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Then I'll shoot you, because this is Texas, dang it. It's not really Texas, it's just Japan, but who cares? Alright, I guess we're done with things to present, so let's go to the High Prosecutor's office, I suppose. Nope. Nothing here. Though, Edgeworth's not even here, so could I examine things randomly? Nah, let's not examine things right now. If we really need to, we can try it, but let's not get too hasty now. Not get too crazy about stuff. Police department entrance. No. Okay, well, anyway, let's present the cell phone. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. Well, that's just great, Gumshoe. How about the autopsy report? No? Aw, man. Why don't I know anything? Dang it. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I didn't mean to let you down so badly this time around, but you know it happens sometimes. Alright, well, what have I not presented yet, exactly? Okay, I presented that. I probably presented everything already, but... Actually, I haven't presented this, have I? No. Well, anyway. Nope. And nope. Okay, whatever. Jeez. You're so useless. My goodness. I just thought I'd help you out a little bit, and you don't even want the help. So what the heck do I do then? I wonder, am I stuck already, everyone? Could it be a possibility? Talk again? Last time I was stuck, I had to talk to Edgeworth again, apparently, but... Not this time around, anyway, so... Examine? What am I missing? I have to be missing something, everyone. What do you think it is, though? The phone. I mean, I already did the phone, but I don't know, maybe it could have been something. Who knows? It's like, oh, second time around, it's a thing now, finally. My goodness. What took so long? I meant to actually move locations, thank you very much. Wait a second, can I move locations when I'm like this? Yes, I can. Interesting. Alrighty then, so I can move, but is there anything I'm missing, though? That is the main question. I don't know if I am missing anything. Do you see anything obvious? What is this? That's... This rope, is it? Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body. ... So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. ... You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. I suppose so, anyway. Jeez. What an interesting conclusion that was. Well, I just wonder, though, like... is there something I just... Oh. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. 675-12-2. You're right, let's see. So, okay, never mind. 67S-12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. I don't know, Phoenix. You just never know sometimes. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? ... Beep. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. ... The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. Oh, I thought it was Lana's phone that did that, actually. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't... Oh. I see where they're going with that. They called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone added to the court record. You mean updated in the court record? The detective was murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. Property of Lana Sky, last call made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Alright, well anyway, the details have been made. So now I understand here. Now I understand. I've got a bad feeling about this. I know he didn't say it like that. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Are we going to the court case already? We didn't even have the thing that I was expecting yet. I guess that's gonna be after the first court case then? I suppose so, anyway, I suppose so. This case is gonna get really complicated for no reason, isn't it? Well, we already know that anyway. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas, which is why we're gonna have another day. Guaranteed. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? Defense attorneys should never believe their client. ... defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. ... I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, like I said, they did seem kind of similar. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. Oh, who says that? Who says that Emma's not going to bail you out randomly? I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. This is going to be great. February 23rd, 10 a.m. exactly. District courtroom number 9! Okay. That's interesting. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. I haven't been in court since Edgeworth's trial. It's been a while now. Edgeworth probably hasn't been in court since his trial either. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know. I don't really know. It's a possibility anyway. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. ... I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed to an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow! He's much more forceful in person! I suddenly feel like confessing to everything! However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. A professional witness? Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Who were you expecting, Phoenix, honestly? Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Ho ho! Caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. That's interesting. Actually, kind of... For some reason, I always saw you as a caviar person, Judge. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. ... Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So, this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name! Profession! Now! Me? My name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well. Witness, please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I am not finished eating. Hurry it up! Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? ... Aha! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up Queen, Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for the visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of the A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Floor plans added to the court's record. Oh, we got a lot of evidence already. Jeez Louise. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright. I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? They might be, you never know. Witness testimony, witness's account. Somehow I always knew that a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working. Then through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. When she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into the Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Alrighty then, cross-examination. The witness's account. And of course, everyone, as you might expect, I think I'm going to be cross-examining her on the next exciting episode. Oh dear, oh my, I can't believe it. This is gonna be great. The first court case of case number 5. I was not actually expecting to get there successfully, but who knows? We'll see, I suppose, anyway. So anyway, everyone, in the next exciting episode, we're gonna go ahead and do some of that stuff, right? Yeah, of course we are. So yeah, let me know. I'm curious what the detective, the sheriff dude, is he American in the Japanese release? And also, I mean, of course, no, that's unrelated, I guess, but I'm also curious. I mean, did you know about Von Karma being American in the Japanese release? You already know that. I mean, I know some of you already know that, so I probably don't need to ask you guys who I'm already aware of knowing that, but for those of you I'm not aware of already, did you know that or not? So I'm just curious about that anyway. So anyway, we'll continue the court case on the next exciting episode, everyone. I'll see you later! Bye-bye!